I've seen you in, you've been amazing. So did you go to school for this, or how did you become an actress like this?
It's funny because I actually did go to school for theater. So my background started in theater. When I was about 6, 7 years old, I started off in sports. I did a lot of like basketball, soccer, tennis. And my parents was like, she's just way too rough. Like, we have to get her into something else, like lighten her up a little bit. And so they put me into like a creative summer camp thing where they had like dance and tap and theater. My dad was like, if you want to be an actress, you have to learn a monologue and, recite it. And so basically he gave me a monologue and he was like, take your time with it. You can just do a couple of weeks and try it in a few days, memorize it, see if you can do it. And he said, I went in my room for like maybe 10, 15 minutes at the most. And I came out and I was like, okay, I'm ready. And he said, you know it? And he said he gave the paper, or I gave the paper back to him and recited the whole thing. And they were just like, okay, wow, like this is a God-given talent. And from there, I attended the Alabama School of Fine Arts in Alabama, and I was in the theater program from 6th grade to 12th grade. And I got my first working job, I think like my freshman year. So I was filming in Atlanta at the time. And then I, traveled from Atlanta to LA, and the rest was history. So it's been a blessed process, but a long journey. But yeah, I would say it's definitely a God-given talent. So thank you.
Now, Mary J. Blige, what song can you recite word for word, or what's one that just hits you in the heart every time you hear it?
I would say Real Love now because I'm just so invested. Like, I'm just so emotionally invested. But they always ask like, what other song would you do if you could make a movie? I would do her I Can Love You. The I Can Love You Better Than She Can. I think that's like my second fave from Mary J. Blige. But Real Love has my heart. Like, every time I hear it, I'm gonna think about the process, everything we went through to film it, and it definitely has my heart.
Because I saw it on Saturday and it's a continuation this next Saturday. But what is the thing that you think people would not have expected about that movie?
How it's not the typical love story, how it's not like, oh, I see this beautiful guy, he just takes my heart. And I think it covers serious topics as far as sexual assault and having a balanced work life and study, and you're having an aging dad that's getting sick, and how much of a woman she already has to be at such a young age. But I think this story is just so important for young women, attending HBCUs, because we don't have that much stuff out right now surrounding this type of topic in Black HBCU universities. So we also partner with Take Back the Night, and I hope that it brings awareness to the younger women that's freshmen, kind of open their eyes of what to be, on the lookout for, what to kind of just, give them a little insight of things hopefully they can avoid, and I think it's also powerful that now, back in the 90s, you didn't really have access to a lot of, people to reach out to, talk to about it, legal affairs, or even the money to do such a thing. So now in this time and age, it's also given a platform and women to have voices that's, going through situations like this.
That leads me straight to strength, because obviously the strength of a woman is next. But who is the strongest woman you know?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to give it to my mom. My mom is the strongest woman I know. My mom is, my backbone. My mom is my support, my love. And it's so funny because when I watch these films, I look just like my mom. Like, everyone's always like, you look like Janet, you're giving me Nia Long and Rihanna. And I love all those people. I studied them when watching it. But in reality, I look like my mom. I am my mom's child. My mom, she has taught me how to have just so much class and grace and, you know, just be who I am today. Of course, my father too, but she is such a strong woman, and I would not be here without her. And I know that for a fact. So I'm so grateful for her.